Hey guys, Greg here. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing a brand new microphone. I've used my Blue Snowball mic for several years now, and it was finally time to upgrade. And what better time to do so than when Blue Microphones released their Yeti X World of Warcraft edition. I'm a huge Warcraft fan in general. Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, World of Warcraft. I couldn't possibly say no to this. It is a Yeti X at its core, but it has a bunch of additional features, including visual details that are World of Warcraft theme, as well as sound effects and samples, and a voice changer that makes you sound like all the characters. So let's open this thing up, take a look at it physically, then I'll go to my computer and show you guys how it sounds there. Blue Microphones and Blizzard have teamed up to bring you the Yeti X Warcraft Edition professional streaming USB microphone. While the inside of the microphone is indeed identical to the normal Yeti X microphone, the outside features gold accented colors rather than the normal silver, as well as the World of Warcraft logo on the back of the microphone. The stand itself has these beautiful Warcraft runes laser printed on. The runes are also featured on the microphone itself. They light up, showing you your voice and input gain levels of the mic sensitivity as well. Of course, this mic comes with the Logitech software that allows you to fine-tune your microphone. However, the Yeti X World of Warcraft version has some unique features. First off, they have 100 unique sound files, also called samples, that you can use in your content and stream, as well as preset Blue voice features that allow you to turn your voice into some of the more famous Warcraft races and characters. Hey guys, Greg here. So this is the Yeti X all set up on my PC. It's recording in Adobe Audition as we speak as I'm talking to you. The mic is visually gorgeous. I mean, it looks a little bit different than the regular Yeti X. Obviously, in my video saw before, it has gold trim, it has rune linings, it has a little dial where you adjust the input gain, are all in like Death runes or Death Knight runes, which is kind of fun, Warcraft runes. And of course it has the Warcraft logo, World of Warcraft branding on the back of it. It is a bigger mic. I've been using my Snowball mic for several years and it did the trick, but obviously with mics, the more money you spend on it, the better the internals are. So I can tell you right now, just from using this for about a week and doing my VO with it for the video reviews and whatnot, that it's less sensitive to the P's and the like it's, I mean, it still pops a little bit even with the protector, but it's a much better quality. I don't get as much feedback glitches sometimes with this mic. I haven't gotten any yet. I usually have to run some type of anti-pop filter just because I get a little bit of distortion because of the USB connection for the Snowball. Haven't had to do it on this mic yet, and it's pretty good, right? So I like my mics really low sensitivity, so they kind of just focus in right around my mouth, but it has a really high gain. I'm going to turn it up. I think it's at 10, right? Like my internal system is at 75 sensitivity for the mic, and then the mic itself is at input gain 10. So now I'm gonna turn it up. And as you can see, it can get a lot louder. And I'm even like, I'm in the red almost, just talking normally to you. Obviously I can move this farther away and still talk and it'll go down a little bit. So obviously you'll know your desk and your office well enough to know the sweet spot of the mic. Let me turn this back down. It's at like 50 or 70. It goes really high up. So now I'm back down to just about 10, which is right where I know I need it for my VO and stuff like that. Obviously, it can be tweaked at any given time. Like I said, you know your office, you know how loud or quiet you are, and you can adjust it accordingly. It is a beautiful mic. It is very heavy. I have to tighten my bar usually because it will start to slowly go down like that. It's a heavier mic than the Snowball. But I swear by Blue mic products. Like I said, my very first mic ever was a Snowball, and that's one I've been using since I got into VWork several years ago, 8 years ago, and it's been a great mic. And when I saw this Warcraft partnership one, I had to upgrade. Now that said, there is some things that I don't like about the mic, particularly are the built-in voice modulating stuff that they have. It's not quite that impressive, if I'm being honest. Obviously, you guys should know that the people who do the voices for Thrall and Sylvanas and Arthas and and Greymane, it's 98% them, and then maybe they put some filters on it, some EQs on it to compress it or normalize it, but that's 100% them. So don't get this mic expecting to sound exactly like a GNOME, because the GNOMEs have a little bit of filter on them, but it's mostly 100% the actors. It's the actors' voices with a little bit of pitch shift. That was the only negative thing I have to say about the mic. The pre-created voice modulation for the WoW characters wasn't that impressive. I did not feel like I sounded like a gnome. I did not feel like I sounded like an orc. And I was a little disappointed that they didn't have a Worgen filter or like a Sylvanas filter, because Sylvanas and Undead actually have like a reverb effect on their voices that make them sound kind of eerily supernatural, and that wasn't up to par for this. So I do want to give you a little bit of examples of these Warcraft voice changers. So right here in the microphone in the Logitech G Hub, they have an option to enable blue voice. These are presets they have if you're broadcasting or want a high voice, low voice, soft voice, whatever. It changes the details on the mic. This is where the Warcraft sounds live, so I kind of want to show you an example of what they sound like.
So this is their demon voice. Like I said, this sounds kind of modulated, not that impressive.
This is their gnome voice, and if you guys know who Megatork is, like, this is not how he sounds. So, obviously, not how he sounds at all.
This is the orc voice. Like, again, it's a really sensitive mic. Turn this down a little bit. So, this is the orc voice. Obviously, does not really sound like an orc. I mean, zug zug, swovu, ready to work. Doesn't really sound like that kind of stuff. Again, that's because the people who are voicing them sound different. Let's see what else we have here. This is the Lich King. Doesn't sound like Arthas, but maybe if I do this, it sounds like Arthas, but then I'm doing a voice. So, I mean, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It's, okay. And then,
This one is called Void Echoes. Kinda. I mean, like I said, I think this is the closest they're gonna get to Sylvanas. But again, really not that impressive in terms of changing your voice to a Warcraft character. So it comes with a few different ones, all of them listed here. So I mean, those are the voices. Like I said, where this thing really shines is in its overall quality and the sound bites, or the samples, as the people call them, of like the Murlocs or that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can get some of them. So as you can see in this thing right here, there are a lot of samples that they include with the thing. These are all just wave files that you can play back on your streams, or if you want to use them for editing or sound effects or something like that, they're all here. And they have some really good ones, like they have one from Jaina.
Good luck to all of us.
So like, and they're pretty clean. They're really clean. I would not be surprised if these are the raw files that they use. They have things from Bolivar, like it's crazy.
Much has been asked. More will be required.
So that's really cool. And like, obviously they have stuff from, they even have ones from Sylvanas.
Such a narrow vision. You disappoint me.
And that's the voice actress. So they have so many here. They have so many cool playback options
I
here.
require the services of one whom I can trust completely.
Of course, how can you have Thrall sound samples and not have this one?
Loktarogar!
So it's pretty good. And then of course they have spells, iconic from Shadowlands. They have a lot of spells, like, I mean, some of these ones were like a frozen orb spell. Like, why is this in here? That's really cool. That's a cool spell. Of course, Lightning Storm, Madness Cast. So they have a bunch of new sound effects from Shadowlands. Reverse bells, those can be useful in some cases. I'm trying to find the creatures. Here we go. Of course, and these are great. These take me back to the Warcraft 3 days. They have a ghoul. They have the spider. Quillbore. That's a sound effect that's actually been used for many years. Like Warcraft, I don't think made that sound effect. That's like one that they purchased from someone. You hear it in a lot of horror films and stuff sometimes. Now they have and they, of course, I mean, like they've shown you in the trailer, they also have a Murloc one. These are all great. They're fun. They even have ambience stuff. I mean, like the Grizzly Hills music. Ironforge. Now this isn't the music itself. This is just like what it would sound like in Ironforge without the music, which is actually really fun if you want to make fun videos with Warcraft, because you have this now. Again, if you have the capability or you know how to go into the game and pull these, I'm sure you can, but it's nice to have them all here in one place. So these were the sound effects, the samples that come with the mic. And personally, I think it's what makes that, and the design, I think, is what makes the mic worth spending the extra $30 for the World of Warcraft edition. But hey guys, it's a great mic. It retails for $199.99. Unless you're like a WoW fanatic or you really want those sound samples, you could go with the Yeti X, which is about $30 cheaper than this. And it has all the same components. Like I said, this one specifically you're paying for the branding, the stand, the custom runes on the LED. And to be honest, like I don't even use the stand because it's on this, which is kind of sad. But that's how it is. But if you want to save a little bit of money and you want a high quality USB mic, you can always go with the Yeti X. I mean, obviously XLR mics can be superior, but that requires like mix boards and inputs, and you might not have those if you just want a simple USB interface with all the software already plugged in your computer without having to mess with a lot of stuff. Highly recommend this mic. I'm really happy with it. It did take a little bit of getting used to. Obviously, it's a richer, deeper mic. The sensitivity is different. The way I sound is slightly different, so I did have to change it. But once I did my second or third video review, I knew exactly where the input gain needed to be on the mic. I knew exactly where the sensitivity needed to be on my system, which was about 10 input gain on the mic and 75 sensitivity on my system. And what you're hearing now is just me talking without any sweetening. Basically, I usually take this in Adobe Audition, and I add like an EQ and normalize and do noise reduction and do all this good stuff to make it sound just a bit better. This is just the raw mic. This is literally how it sounds. This is exactly how it sounds out of the box at input gain 10, system mic 75, system sensitivity 75 for the mic. And it's great. Shout out to Blue for sending me one to review. This was a fantastic addition to my arsenal of tools as a content creator and as a journalist. If you're looking for a really good USB mic that's not XLR, that gives good quality and makes your voice sound rich and deep, and well, overall just is a high quality product, I cannot recommend Blue microphones enough. If 200 or even 170 for the Yeti X is out of your price range, I also can say with confidence I recommend the Snowball. Great mic, used it for several years. You can go back in my you can go back in the Shacknews YouTube channel and see all the stuff I've did a year or two ago. Was all done with the Snowball, going back several years. I do sweeten a little bit in Adobe Audition, but still it's a good mic if you don't want to break the bank. So for more video reviews and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.